Breast cancer patients in the New England and Northwest are being urged to book in for their COVID-19 booster jab. People receiving chemotherapy, hormone therapy or radiotherapy are eligible for the booster 2 months after their second COVID jab.
They have a weakened immune system and therefore having their booster will only help their health.
It comes as the region recorded 9 new cases of the virus overnight. 5 of those are in Tamworth, 2 in Tingha, 1 is in Moree, and there was another in Corindai after the town recorded positive sewage detections. The Mid-Coast saw a slight increase in cases overnight with 18 new infections recorded. 10 of those were at Taree, while there were 2 each at Foster and Tuncurry. Greenpoint, Purfleet, Tea Gardens and Wingham all reported 1 new infection. Meanwhile, there were 4 new cases on the mid-north coast overnight, 3 from the Kempsey area and just 1 in the Hastings. 2 of the infections are linked to a known case or cluster, while 2 others have been deemed household contacts of a confirmed case.
A Sydney man who looked at property in the Byron Shire while infectious with COVID has now pleaded guilty to all 7 charges. Zoran Radovanovic was charged with failing to comply with a number of directives during a visit in August which plunged 3 LGAs into lockdown. A magistrate today told Lismore Local Court the 52-year-old now resides in Serbia and there was no bail conditions stating he was not allowed to leave the country. Radovanovic's case returns to court on December the 6th. From a lack of international travellers to people being scared to change jobs, a perfect storm has created a severe shortage of workers. The Coffs Coast has been hit hard, with hospitality and retail suffering the most.
Casual team member, workers for Christmas, staff required. Alison Paul, NBN News.
The management of various aquatic facilities in the Hastings and Camden Haven will soon go out to tender, with the council and Bluefit jointly deciding to terminate their current agreement. Bluefit took over management in 2019, but CEO Todd McCarty says the impact of COVID shutdowns has put financial pressure on the company. Pools at Port Macquarie, Laurelton, Wauchope and Kendall will remain open, with Bluefit continuing to manage the centres through the summer period to minimise disruptions.
Regional towns from the Hastings to Dorrigo are feeling the impact of bank branch closures. A new task force has been formed to stop more rural communities from being stripped of vital services.
It's becoming all too common in regional communities. Mia Tyquin, NBN News.
Kyogle residents were treated to a spectacle when a caravan of camels walked through the streets. The 3 dromedaries were led by 2 drivers who told onlookers they were on a journey from Byron Bay all the way from Doubtful Creek. The camels posed for a quick photo before getting on their way.
Checking the temperatures across the region today, and it got up to 28 degrees in Kempsey today. Coffs Harbour had a maximum of 25 after 11 overnight.
Entries are now open for next year's highly anticipated Port Macquarie Ironman event. Organisers are hoping for a sellout given the enormous pent-up demand among the athletes.
Back in the Hastings to scope out the course for next year's 35th Port Macquarie Ironman event. Mia Tyquin, NBN News.
With all the disruptions, I'm sure the businesses and the people of Port Macquarie will be excited to have all the athletes back.
Can't wait, I'm sure.
You bet.
Exactly.
Thank you, Mitch.
Thanks, Mitch. You're watching NBN News. Still ahead, Gavin Morris has all the weather details for the local area.
This report brought to you by AMP. Investing solutions in banking, super, retirement and advice.
Gav's here now with the weather details.
And Gav, plenty of sunshine to start the week off.
Yes, we certainly needed it. A different story to last week. It was really overcast, quite wet. It's a lovely dry start this week, but it has been a little cold for some. All the details in just a moment. First of all, this evening's weather photo to get things started. It is a beautiful part of the world, Fraser Park, where the national park meets the coast. Thank you very much to Barry for that photo. Well, someone may have left the fridge door open this morning, but at least they have turned the taps off. It's been lovely and dry across most of northern New South Wales. We did have some passing showers there, just clipped the southern areas of the mid-north coast yesterday. It has been mighty cold indeed. Some amazing temperatures here, keeping averages down 4 consecutive days. This late in the season, well, it hasn't been this cold in Melbourne in 167 years, 2 weeks out from summer. For the capital, coldest 3 consecutive days this late in the season, 99 years. It's a vigorous low. Snow falling down to 800 metres. They've had 30 centimetres. Blizzard conditions are going to settle. More snow flurries overnight. Very cold mornings on the way. Included conditions our way. With that pulling away, we'll see the wind switch around to the south throughout tomorrow, and it's also going to pulse in some swell. So that is going to rise overnight along the coast too. Nice and warm in the Alice yet again. Not bad in the west. It is going to be mighty cold again tomorrow morning, right throughout the entire southeast, and a little milder in the days ahead, but that cold air is going to take a while to warm up because it's got to come to us from Central Australia. At the moment, it's still going to be out of the south, and that's why Sydney's only got 21 in the forecast, but Brisbane on the way to 30 tomorrow. We almost got there at Kempsey, 28 today. It really did warm up. Big temperature swings, which is very typical with this setup. Very low humidity count right across the region at the moment, and that is helping for temperatures to drop overnight and early tomorrow morning, but then they're at least warming as we move into the afternoon. So dry for us, very, very dry. In fact, we'll have a little bit of cloud there roll on through. With this switch, you've got the morning westerlies, southwesterlies, and then it's going to move around to the south-southeast as we move into the afternoon for the mid-north coast. And therefore, that's going to push in a little bit of cloud cover, gathering on the eastern slopes mostly, but generally we've got a fine-looking day on the way. So again, it's going to be quite cool tomorrow morning, feeling a little more like that early spring period or autumn, but then warming into the mid-20s. It'll try to get there. That southerly switch, though, is really going to work hard to keep temperatures down. Here comes the new swell. It's going to rise to about 2.5 metres throughout tomorrow. Southerly swell combined with the winds as well. Might be some nice point break offerings tomorrow. There is a high tide tomorrow morning, about 20 to 8, so we're headed back to the low at about 1:45. Sun to rise, 5:41 down at 7:26. Beautiful moon phase this week, leading up to full moon on Friday. Maybe a shower around the Coffs Coast, possible Wednesday, limited in it for anything. Next wet weather system will come through mostly on Sunday, and it should generally clear by Monday. Monday will be better, some clearing showers there Monday morning. It's a good looking week, warming up, but yeah, cloud increasing, and it is going to affect our weekend. Building there on Saturday, but most of that wet weather should affect us during Sunday, and you'll see some of that also reach Grafton and maybe clip a shower there too. Surfers, well, a little bit of swell. It's going to be a bit of a different story, though, throughout tomorrow. A nice little 180 start there, out there, making the most of the 1-2 footers coming through at Diggers. But tomorrow, look, we're going to see this surge in swell. Overnight, you've got the morning southwesterlies, but then it's going to move around to the south and then probably the southeast. So it's probably going to get big enough to really pay attention towards your southern point breaks. Good luck.
Okay, thank you, Gav.
Thanks, Gav.
And that is NBN News for this Monday.
From all the team here, have a great night.
Good night.
Good night.